So there's a car in the parking lot across the street.
Yeah.
Which has like it's obviously like a security car, right?
Right.
But it's got like I thought it said FSB on the side.
Okay.
But that's my dyslexia.
Fucking
'cause,
shit
like,
balls.
it just didn't make any sense. I was just like, really, the FS just parking right outside. Just no. Not even trying to cover it up, just being like, we are here.
This
I'm
is
like,
who
okay,
we are.
okay.
We're here. We're queer.
Yeah. But, my usual good eyesight was like, oh, nope, that's it's not that. So I think it's actually even like FSS. I don't even.
You do a good job making dyslexia funny.
I try.
That's a weird out of context statement. You've seen me try to talk about learning disabilities, and it is hit and miss.
Oh yeah. Well, no, like for a lot of how I've learned to make the dyslexia stuff funny is how I've just been like explaining it to people in conversation, and then I'm just like, I like that, like,
right?
Like, cause the whole fucking like, well, I mean the celery bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just like, I remember when I was younger and like somebody actually explained to me that like it was a different thing. I'm like, no.
You were shook.
Like, well, because because especially with like the Massachusetts accent makes them sound very similar.
Can we have an example?
Oh, I can't even do it well.
Really?
I've always.
Can you do it? No.
Never even been like so, but like I've always. Because I've always tried not to have a typical Mass accent. Although it's been interesting.
Is that they call it Mass?
Yeah, like I've been some places and like I was actually like on the other side of the world one time and like
just for lunch.
just grabbing a quick sushi.
Yeah,
and,
getting some sushi.
And like I met somebody at a club and they were like, "Oh shit, you're from Massachusetts?" I was like, "What the fuck? Like how?"
Yeah.
I was like, "I don't think I sound like." That Massachusetts, but I don't know.
People,
maybe I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Do I sound like I'm from Massachusetts, like that hardcore? Or
was he doing it the accent
word?
the whole time? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do Massachusetts? What do you call them?
Well, so people, apparently
They mix it up.
Well, because like what we call each other, like with the Northeast and like how people from Massachusetts typically refer to each other, especially when we see each other out in the world. It's like, oh, you're a fellow masshole.
Masshole.
Yeah, that's what we're known as.
That's
typically for driving purposes.
Okay,
like
is that a
thing? We drive, when we come to drive in your state, we're going to drive like an asshole. Except for New York, which like New York City is right at the same level of asshole.
What about LA drivers? They're just stoned and tired.
I've driven in LA.
Because I've heard terrible things.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's just so much traffic.
Yeah.
I mean, then like I've seen, and all
Isn't it just way too many cars for the highway number of highways rather?
Well, I mean, it's just it's way too many people with cars. It's not enough actual public transit. Like they have buses, but like that city.
That ain't shit. They don't have a subway in LA.
No.
Oh
no.
my goodness.
They don't have a way. There's no
I guess not.
rail system. There's nothing.
Even if you've built infrastructure on top, you can't. It's too little, too late.
I mean, well, but
is
it? They could, like the way I see it, like what they could do.
I said that with a lot of authority.
They could do what like Chicago did, right? Chicago has like a part underground, part above ground.
Yeah, friggin' Vancouver has that.
Yeah,
the Sky Train.
Yeah, and like I mean, fucking who else has it? San Francisco has like
they have trolleys.
Their little BART system, but they also have like a subway, which is it's cute.
New York's subway system, like from what I remember, gives off TTC energy a little bit.
I mean,
but American
in the piss smell, yes.
Yeah, dirty.
Yeah, no, definitely dirty. But like, I feel like the whole thing with like, because Toronto, I don't know who Toronto paid for the title, but Toronto paid somebody for the title of best public transit.
I saw that too
in North America,
and
which I'm just like, so we're just gonna act like New York doesn't exist, or Boston, or DC, like, or Chicago. Like,
you want to be
any other city with? Because I mean, there's only like 6 cities in the States with good public transit, but it's like I feel like most of them are a little better.
Apparently, I'm sure there's some European countries who have.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It says
North
America.
Oh, it says okay.
Like, so it's just North America, which I'm like, all right, okay. still. Like you have really two subway lines, right? There's two subway lines. There's one that's a fucking
there's yellow and green.
Yeah, there's the yellow and green, not even the primary colors.
No.
Like all around. It's just like you start with one and then you're just like, we're going straight to green.
Shades of diarrhea, basically.
It's like, oh, Toronto's a blue city because, like, I guess, I don't even, fuck it. I'm not even getting into that. But you have two subway lines, like, one's a U, one's a fucking U, and then there's a
does
cross
fuck me up
at the
that
bottom of the U. Right? You cross the bottom of the U, which makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Like,
and then all the trains are going north from Union. Yeah.
Which is just like, and when you get to a station that's not, like when you get to Union Station, and you're like, oh, which way should I go? Both train tracks say going north.
But very different north.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah. What they like, oh, I need to go north. Which north? I don't even know which north. And like, the great thing is like for the first 5 stops, at least, like, you're only a block and a half away from the other stop, so it's not that bad.
But then the higher up in the U you get.
Oh yeah, but once you go up in the U,
that happened to me. I didn't even tell you at the time because I was embarrassed. But I don't know what I probably panicked and gave you some bullshit. Like I just was so like, oh my god, I was maybe a little bit like under mind altering flowers,
substances,
and I was going to Finch Station, but it's the U thing, and I went to very much the wrong Finch Station, and they're like an hour away from each other, the Finches.
Yeah, the Finches are not
and
close.
The other Finch is in like desolate wasteland.
The other Finch looks like there's nothing going on.
There's like a warehouse.
It's just like, why is there even a subway stop here?
And I didn't realize my mistake. I was thinking, I was like, this feels like it's taking longer than it usually does. And then we had a part where we were above ground, and I was like, oh no. Oh no. And I get there and I'm in the middle of nowhere and I got an Uber.
Because that's the only way. Because like even the bus from there is another half hour.
Yeah,
like,
you're gonna go to Timbuktu and back before you go to Finch.
So you're just like fucking
Do you want to know? Do you know what happened to me yesterday on the TTC? Oh no, I know what I was gonna tell. Okay, I'll tell you that thing first. Okay, the first trivia thing. The first I learned more. I learned more from trivia than public school. To be honest with you. The first subway station, the first stop in Toronto. Here.
In this place.
Right here. Right now. Step into the map. Davisville. It was Union to Davisville.
Union to Davisville.
People be like, no, Union was. I'm like, no, Union was where the trains were. Like the first stop, like where the train went to. The first place was Davisville. And it was to get like stuff from the shipyards north. I don't fucking know.
I was gonna say, like, that's not even for people. Like,
no, that's for infrastructure and moving goods and
those moving goods and
resources
services. And,
anyway,
services. Yes, we're moving the hand jobs.
Anyone not from Toronto is gonna be like, well, this is great.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the internet is entirely populated with people from the GTA.
The GTA. that is it. Nobody else is allowed.
Sometimes the TTC is the TT's fault. Sometimes things happen on the TTC and it's actually more like maybe a like widespread mental health issue or homelessness issue.
I mean, yes.
But we don't have we're the only first developed country, whatever the fuck that means anymore or ever did, but that don't have barriers.
Right? Because that's what I'm saying. It's like, because it's like, I don't think New York has less crazy people, but they have, I feel like, less train interruption.
Yesterday, I'm on the TTC in half the line, the bottom part of the U.
Bottom part of the U? Yeah.
I was on the bottom part of the U, because, so at first, like, the train stopped, and they're like, they always sound so tired, the, like, operator, she's like, hey, so we have to delay because there is a trespasser on track level, and everyone goes, like, it's the worst thing that happened to them, and we're sitting there for about 20 minutes. And then they're like, hello, the delay is continuing because of a second trespasser on track level. And they had to shut off they don't want them to get electrocuted. And apparently, like, they were running on different ends of the U. And it was just the police running through, like, it was like a cat and mouse in the dark with the, like,
running with flashlights.
No, I'm serious. I saw a guy, the security guard, like, hustling by all through, and all he had to his name was a flashlight. Where like you're gonna be like, I gotcha, and then the rules are that the perpetrator stops.
Yeah,
because you got him with the light. That's
freeze
the
tag.
game.
The flashlight tag. Once you're caught with the flashlight, you can't move.
And then we waited another 20 minutes, and they terminated the stop and booted us off.
Just kicked you off. I mean, at least you were at a station.
Yeah, it was fine. It's the kind of thing where, like, obviously, it's disruption to your day. But I've talked about this, I think, even on the podcast before. It just bothers me because people act like it's the fucking worst. It was, like, they just saw a public execution. Like, they're the outrage. And I'm like, oh, my. Like, one guy was just walking, like, some older guy. Just, God damn it. God damn it. And I'm like that, like, and I'm not even really exaggerating. That's kind of how worked up he was. And I was like,
the thing is, I don't know, but like there are, like, I've definitely been running late, and like the TTC like has definitely fucked me. But like I've definitely seen people where it's like, oh, you were on your way to like divorce court.
I know,
or,
that's
like,
true. You don't know.
You had to go pick up your kids, or like like you look like you are all too stressed.
It's just like you're so tightly wound.
It's like you should have taken an Uber in the first place. First time, like if it's that important, honestly, my motto: if it's really important, don't take the TTC. Like it's just
that's a good motto.
It's really like because if you're worried about time, like that only have I ever. Like really been fucked over by the TTC when I really need to get somewhere. So it's like because like if I'm not in that much of a rush, if I'm just on my way to work or whatever, I'm on my way to the club or whatever, like it's whatever. But like if I'm in a rush, it always fucks up somehow.
Yeah, I mean I have the type of anxiety where I'm always like. And I feel like, I don't know if that's like a middle class Canadian thing, but like the anxiety of being late to things.
Oh, yeah.
Like Canadian time, because like countries will talk about their different times. Canadian time is like, doesn't actually have anything to do with what time you get there. It's just the anxiety of getting there. Canadians are anxious.
Yeah. Well, it's all the passive aggression.
Oh, I know. They are not polite. They are passive aggressive.
That is really what it is.
They're just not telling you the things Americans would tell you right off the top.
Oh, my God.
Americans are pushy.
Did I bring that up on the podcast
I don't
already?
know.
The family that I saw coming back from Florida?
I don't think so. You've talked about America, but I don't think you've talked about that. I don't know what I did with
I was on my way to the airport, right?
Nice.
And like there's this family
that
hop on the because I'm on the up train, going from Union to the Pearson.
Yeah.
And they're on it too. And like, it's a family of 5.
Okay.
Which I'm like, all right, cool, good for y'all.
3 parents, 2 kids.
Yep. Then they're like, the typical Canadian standard.
Sure, the traditional nuclear family.
Oh yeah, mother, father, and the other.
You know what I'm saying? As God intended.
But fuck. No, so like we're on the train and like they strike up a conversation with this other family behind us, and they're like, "Oh, we just came back from Disney." They were obviously itching to tell people, and it's like, all right, yeah. I mean, I'd be pretty proud if I just dropped $10,000 to go on vacation too, because like they were from Yellowknife. Right.
Fuck.
Yeah. And so like, Toronto was a stop on their trip back because there's no straight shot from fucking Florida to Yellowknife.
Not with that attitude.
I mean,
if you own your own plane, there is. Yeah,
it's
hard to get out there.
Yeah. And so I was like, all right, so that tax on like, that's what I'm doing the math. I'm like, all right, so just say it's $500 per person per flight.
Shit. Yeah.
Right?
And then you got like friggin' 5 of you.
Yeah, 5 of you going each way.
No.
Right?
No.
And then like they were down there for 2 weeks.
Luckily, Disneyland's extremely affordable.
So affordable.
Known for its accessibility and affordability.
It is made for the economical family.
It's almost a charity at this point.
It really is.
It's almost like
the rate at which they're just giving away all the toys.
Yeah, that's why it's the happiest place.
I mean, it is, honestly.
They really care about their motto.
They are there for you, not your wallet.
That's a lot of money. Shit.
Yeah. Right? But they went to both parks.
World and Land.
Well, no, they went to World and Universal.
Because World and Land are in different states.
Yeah, Land is in California.
California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, So like the dad was like, oh, we had a great time. It was so much fun. But like the first week we were down there, like people would bump into you and they don't even say sorry. Like Americans are just so rude. Like they're just like, and he was like not even like mean rude, just like rude, like not even saying like they just don't apologize for anything. They just don't apologize.
Default.
And it's just like, he was like, and by the second week, I didn't apologize either, and it was fucking awesome. And I was just like, okay, so you just like got off on not apologizing.
He
I'm
definitely like changed his politics after going to Florida. Like,
Florida,
he was infected.
He was a borderline liberal before going, and after coming back, full hardline, thin blue line Republican. Like,
Absolutely, thin blue line Republican. There you go. That's so funny. Wow, Three children Disneyland. I know. No place appeals to me less.
Right. Well, the one thing I did take away from that, the one good thing I thought that they did that was very smart, and I will remember, right, was because they knew they were going to Disney for a while, because you can't just impromptu that trip, right? Mm-hmm. And so they bought their kids normal Christmas presents, right?
Yeah.
But they had friends and family, whoever was going to get the kids a Christmas present, just give them money.
Well, that's smart.
And so like it would be like, yeah, this is your money for Disney. And so, like, the parents just held on to it until they went to Disney. And so, like, the parents were just like,
they were sitting on that Disney money.
Yeah, so, like, the kids showed up. I mean, obviously,
you think they kept it
this is a decently well-off family. And, like, the parents added a little more to it.
Oh,
and, they had, like, but they get to, like, Disney, right, as a kid. And you're, like, walking around the park with $200 to spend.
No.
Like, you're just like, all right, what am I getting? Like,
I was doing a mascot gig at Disneyland, it's probably worse, I don't know, but I was at Canada's Wonderland, and do you want to know how much one pizza is? Not a slice, but like a whole pizza, one pizza at Canada's Wonderland. One pizza.
I would venture like $35.
$50.
50 for like, is it
50? Is
it one of those like party pizzas?
It's just a box of pizza. It's just a
normal pizza.
I think it's like kind of on the bigger end. It's not tiny, but it's $50. And I'm like, the pandemic didn't hit you that hard, did it? Canada's Wonderland?
Not the Wonderland. No, they were able to get some subsidy. Wonderland. I know you were. Like,
anyway,
$50 a pizza.
I don't go to.
I complain when I see a normal pizza for $25. You already charged me $60 to get inside. You're gonna charge me $50 for a fucking pizza? Like,
I couldn't.
What is that? That is.
How
many?
There
are 10 slices. That's $5 a slice. You mean to tell me that's a deal?
And I know people who work in the food court, like the kitchens. That's what the word is, the kitchens at Wonderland, and it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, it is not the highest quality. It's not the highest quality of fucking food at any point.
Now you have to do that, but like the opposite, you're
on the ceiling.
And you have to go. yeah, there you go. Oh, you're committing to it.
I mean, if only we had a floor cam. We need a floor cam.
We will. All the shit going on the floor.
I mean, there's so much.
There's so much floor stuff going on.
Normally,
into butt stuff, no floor stuff.
Floor stuff, yeah.
That's interesting. So our Boston cream donut's a big deal.
Boston cream donuts.
Assholes?
I mean, the thing is, the Boston cream donut is particularly like not that big of a
real
fucking
thing?
deal.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' is that
they say
Boston?
America runs on Dunkin', New England runs on Dunkin'.
New England, all those witches.
Oh my god, yeah, just
their Dunkin'.
Fucking all the Dunkin', and it's crazy because like. I don't know if you saw this, and we'll put a picture of it, but I think it's pure insanity. Like Dunkin' Donuts has started making hard beverages. I don't
but
think
if they made hard donuts where you go to eat the donut and it just goes like, fuck you looking at.
I mean, honestly, that would be a great seller in Boston.
A donut that verbally accosts you. Yeah.
Like this fucking guy over here. Oh my god.
No, boy.
I can't believe it. Like,
are there witches?
I mean, always in Salem, but like, oh no, like I'm worried for the safety of like the greater New England area now that these things exist.
The donut,
because like I remember what happened when Four Loko came out.
Okay, yeah.
Right? I mean, that was
What
still
happened?
that was still the days of Zoomass and like crazy shit. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the end of Zoomass days, really. But like, it was like a mini reincarnation because like the University
Woodstock
of
99.
Massachusetts used to be known as Zoomass. Right?
It was the party school.
It was a fucking
to end all
massive.
party
It was
schools,
like
right?
I mean, it was
Not quite.
It was top 10.
They wanted to be.
It was always top 10. ASU was always higher, but like, yeah.
We only really have 2 party schools in Canada, like proper party schools. It's Western and Queens.
Are they both in Ontario?
Everything's in fucking
That's what I
Ontario.
thought.
Don't tell Quebec. It's our little secret.
All right, like,
Interesting.
yeah.
Well, I want to go eat at Dunkin' Donuts, I guess.
I mean, well, like it's crazy because, like, I don't know, like, just knowing how hard people go for Dunkin'. Bye, babe. Knowing how hard people go for Dunkin', it's going to be insane. Like, because school's just about to start. School is just about to start.
Right.
And, like, there are going to be
feeling-
so many. Like, if they sell that in a sixer, if there is a 6-pack of fucking Dunkins, like, you mean to tell me you're, like, it is, because it's basically, it's a tall coffee shot. It's fucking,
but with booze in it?
like, well, like, yeah, like, the coffee shot, like, the
Is
drink.
the-
Like,
yeah,
it's basically
yeah.
like that. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's a coffee with fucking, it's like a shot and a half of vodka in it.
Ooh,
Like-
it's like that meme, the 2 shots of vodka, glug, 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 glug. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just
We should
like-
have some for the next podcast.
Oh my god, I don't even know if they were gonna allow it to cross borders. Like,
Not with that. There are ways. There are holes
You know
on the
what I
human
saw when I
body.
was in Arizona? Fucking, there was like they have hard Monster Energy now,
I believe that.
Right?
I've seen that on the internet.
right? Like and it just tastes.
I
like
know
a-
guys that'll make that in their backyard for you in Napanee.
I mean, it tastes like fucking Monster too.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
that's the
sure.
worst part about it. Like, I
Do
mean,
you like energy drinks?
not really.
Yeah,
So,
I drank in my youth, in my preteens in particular. I drank them a lot, but that was just because I wanted to be cool. And in Napanee, that's how you were cool.
Yeah.
You drank Monster Energy and had a paintball gun, and then boom, you're the shit.
Oh god.
Anyway,
I mean, but see, like, I don't know, and I've always had a particular aversion to like those with alcohol in them because, like, one of the first
You could
times
die.
I got, one of the first, yes,
Yeah,
you can die.
you can-
And, like, one of the first times I got like fairly drunk, like I had asked, I was in high school and I had asked somebody else to pick up some booze for me,
sure.
and they come back with fucking Sparks.
Oh shit.
You ever heard of this shit?
Is it the thing and it's got the not aspartame is not the word, but that main ingredient and it's boozy.
Well, it's got like gorine or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it was,
yeah, that's
it was
the
like
word.
unfortunately
Yeah.
like guarana, whatever. It was one of those fucking unnecessary stimulants, and it like we drank. It was 2 of us, 3 of us. We drank like a fucking. I think we drank like 3 each, and.
Sorry.
It was our first, and they were
Those
like the
things are
fucking tall boys
crazy,
too.
of course.
So we're fucking amped up at like 12:30 because like we're drinking at a dorm. Like,
Sure.
and like we're amped up and like we're also a bit
Like,
pissed. Like we're
Did it feel like cocaine almost? Like were you like, whoa?
I mean, it was just
Like,
it was like a crazy combination because like
Crazy
we were
rush.
also it was just like we were like laughing and drunk because it was just
Sure.
like one of our first times like being drunk. So it was just like,
Absolutely.
oh yeah, and like
I'm trying to think about when the first time I got drunk was. I remember the first time I got like really drunk. Because I think I had been like a little bit like a couple times, but first time I was like, like, yeah. I was old. I was like 16. I feel like that's old to be the first time to get that drunk.
trying to get that.
I mean,
drunk.
everyone's different. People who are like throwing them back, whiskeys back at 9, and then people who are whatever.
I mean, yeah.
But I was hanging out with my girlfriend at the time, and I think it was just the 2 of us. And I don't remember a lot, but I remember sliding down they had windy stairs on my stomach, but like head first. Because Choices doing that. And then there was a picture of me wearing high heels and then just like my normal clothes I would wear, standing in the middle of the street at night holding their cat like Simba. And I don't know what the context. I, to this day, could not tell you what was going on there. I have no fucking. I don't know.
You were showing the cat off on Pride
And like
Rock.
I don't know how to stand in heels, so I'm like, anyway, you can't really see my legs, but just like not a couture
Not
posture.
gracious.
Yeah. And the first time I got drunk at like really drunk at a party, if my mom finds this, it's whatever. I'm 26.
That's what, like, I'm like, at this point, what are you going to do?
Do you have that moment,
just
though,
be disappointed?
where you have, like, 1 second where you're like, and then you're like,
Yeah, no, I still do. Like,
I'm still going to do it.
Like, I was like, oh, yeah, like, I like drinking back in high school. I'm like, well, they don't know about that.
I know.
And I'm like, I mean, chances of them watching this episode, slim.
Well, my dad, I think I've probably talked, I don't think, not on the podcast, but I think I've probably told you this before, but my dad came to pick me up earlier than I was intending, and it was like a much crazier house party than, it was the kind of thing where like the girl who was throwing it, her mom was there but didn't give a shit kind of thing. She was like, woo, have fun. Like the mom in Mean Girls. It's okay as long
Amy
as
you
Poehler.
Just do it here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And there were some very intoxicated teenagers there that night. And so they were like all giving me water and bread, just plain bread to soak up the alcohol was the idea. And I remember thinking, like, when I'm driving, it's a 45-minute drive back to Napanee, where I grew up from Kingston. And I'm like, if I just don't move or talk or do anything and I lay there like this, it'll be fine and he won't know. But if you know anything about me, the single most suspicious thing I could have possibly done was not say anything. And then I decided to shower immediately when we got home, and I fell.
As sober people
because
do.
I was dancing.
As sober people do.
As sober people do. And then my parents are the kind of people where there was no conversation about it, but in the morning when I got up and I went in, Mom was like, that better not be a hangover. And then that was it. That was the only discussion.
That better not be.
That better not. And I was like, how am I supposed to...
I mean,
it wasn't even probably. I mean, like at 16, you jump up, and you're like, woo! Like it was just my normal grogginess.
Yeah.
It takes me like 2 hours in the morning to get going.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, I mean, at 16, yeah, God, no, I've missed those young hangovers. Like they weren't hangovers.
Yeah, they're nothing.
You just wake up and you're just like,
I told you that the first time
I did a thing last night. All right, on with my day. Like,
time to like get right back to her. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something interesting.
I remember like because the first time I got drunk was actually. Like, yeah, you're saying like 16's old. Like, first time.
That was the first time. 16 was the first time I was like, like,
you know, like that. But it was like first time period was like I was 15, and it was at a because like it was the end of the school year, and like so we had our it was 15, so it was like 9th grade, right? Yeah, it was 9th grade prom because like it was the senior year for the school I was at. Like, so the school was like K through 9. So like right. we were the seniors. So we had our own little like 9th grade prom. It was great. It was fucking dope. Like nobody drank at prom because we're not crazy. And then like we went to another kid's house, and like it was a bunch of the boys. We were all chilling, playing video games. And, like, they had set up like his parents, same type of thing. They were just like, do it at the house, and like none of us had cars, so it's not like we were gonna drive anywhere. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And so like we're drinking, and like it was also the first time I got high, and like we end up like we stay.
Oh, and you were
up.
Crossfading the first time you got high.
Yeah,
Fun.
Yeah. So like we stay up pretty fucking late, like because we smoke last, right?
Right.
Like, and so because I think we smoked at like 4, and then we got up at like 7. Because we had to go, like we still had fucking
school.
Well, no, we didn't have school, but we had it was some school event because it was like a graduation event. It was like baccalaureate, I think, or something like that. Maybe that's at the beginning of the year. I forget. But the thing was, like, I woke up and I was still a little buzzed. And it's like, all right, fun. But then, like, I was like, shit. And I was like, my mom's coming to pick me up.
Yeah.
Shortly. And, like, his mom was, like, making everybody breakfast, right? She's
like,
I'm gonna
mimosas.
She's, like, making, like, Egg McMuffins
cutting
or
up
whatever.
some lines.
I wish. Like, making, like, Egg McMuffins and shit. She was like, how many do you want, like, going around all the boys? And, like, it was, like, 1, 2. I was like, 4.
No, I was about to say, like, 5 or 6.
Can I get 4, please?
Yeah.
She's just like, what? Yeah. And I'm like, all right. You asked, all right? Like, if it's not possible, cool. Just double up on the 2 you can give me.
Yeah. Make them doubles. Oh, my Lord.
Well, yeah. So, like, I mow those down. And, like, she was a great mom. Fucking, she, like, ironed everybody's clothes.
What?
Because we were all going to the same ceremony.
Right.
And, like, but I don't remember
how many were there of you?
There were...
I don't know, I'm imagining 12, like, disciples.
I mean, there were like...
And you guys are eating your McMuffins on the same side of the table.
Yep, just last breakfast style.
Yeah. It was a crazy ceremony. It took a wild turn. Their last breakfast.
But yeah, like, I remember, like, we... Because, like, they came and got me. And there were, like, 10 of us, I want to say. So, like, we were nearly, like, 12.
Couple
and,
short.
And especially with his sister...
Nice.
So they were basically 11.
Was she in high school too?
No. Well, she went to the school, but she wasn't the same grade.
Older.
Younger.
Because
we were the oldest ones at the school.
Oh, because the senior, yeah. I just don't even know what. For our prom, we got the like everyone got drunk at a lot of people got drunk before, and then after everyone went to a campground. Which is a recipe for great things.
Yes.
Send a bunch of teenagers who just graduated high school to a campground.
Were there?
I didn't go. I decided to hang out with my girlfriend. It was, from what I heard, much better.
Definitely the better move.
I don't know. You don't want to get all the way out there and then just be trapped with a bunch of drunk teenagers in the woods, which doesn't sound like a lot of fun. If it wasn't, and I feel like if it had been different teenagers, if it had been like my graduating class, then maybe I would have gone and hung, but I don't know. Yeah. I'm just looking at like what things I wrote down here. Oh, I was thinking about this, like just the apocalypse, because people are talking about COVID again. So my brain, and I was like, what would you do? How would you handle an apocalyptic situation? I was talking to a queen the other day, and she's like, give up immediately. That's it for me. I don't want to live in this post-society, whatever.
And like, I know a lot of people who have said that to me. They're like, I'm done. Like, no matter what the apocalypse is, I'm done. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm done. And I'm like,
I don't know.
I would. Yeah, I think I could survive.
Would you try? Yeah. I mean, there's the three things that you need. You need food, you need water, and you need weed. And if you can secure those three things, your first thing I do is I'm going to the pet store.
Yeah.
And I'm buying as many hamsters as I can fit in my car. And then I'm driving north, as far north as I can get, and then I'm farm them. And they're low maintenance and easy not to get emotionally attached, and you just live off of hamsters. And you're fine. Is there a lot of
meat on hamster?
Well, that's why you have a lot of hamsters.
Oh, okay.
And they're being taken care of.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hamsters are eating.
Yeah.
Something.
I mean, don't they only like need grass? I have no idea what hamsters.
They eat.
I feel like I used to
They
eat
have like
they have like
seeds
pellets
and
like...
whatever and like shit and like
so
that.
Just
grow
some sunflowers.
Yeah. You see, you know what I'm saying? And then you go up to the Sudbury area and there's your weed.
Just be around all the nickel.
There's your weed. Yeah. Be around all the nickel. Live under the nickel.
Yeah.
Fashion
the safest place to be.
I don't know. That was just something I was thinking about, and my head went right to hamster livestock.
It always depends on what the apocalypse is, right? Because like, is
I don't want nuclear hamsters,
right? Well, because it's like, is it just like economic decline and societal collapse, or is it fucking like, is it zombies?
Which is scarier to you? I feel like people falling into.
Is there a meteor that destroyed everything?
Well, then it doesn't matter. There'll be no hamsters left to farm. That's true. I mean, the nuclear one would be the only one where I might be like, oh, that's it. Yeah. Although I don't know, because you see like nature bounce back, like how Chernobyl, there are like flourishing plant animal life.
Yeah.
A little wonky, but it's alive and it's doing it.
It's there.
It's doing the thing.
It's doing the thing.
It's different.
It definitely
it's unusual.
It's our quite possibly next evolution.
I don't know what. Societal apocalypse, like Lord of the Flies shit, that would scare me a lot more.
Right. Well, because and that's the thing, is like most things lead to something like that.
Yeah.
Like, because there's always going to be
society cracks under the pressure of something else.
And like, because like there will be roaming droves of gangs, and so then it's like, how do you,
I saw the Book of Eli.
Right? Like, how do you protect yourself from that? And like, what do you do? And like, I definitely I feel like I know enough, and I don't know a lot, but I know enough to like, if I could just get to a cabin in the woods,
and you'd be okay.
I'd be okay.
Yeah.
Right? First thing I'd like once the cabin is secure, like first thing I'm working on is fucking building like a trench like a mile out, just
okay.
Like, around the whole thing. It's just being like, you are not driving anything in here.
No, no. And it would be so like a proper trench,
Oh, yeah,
like a
proper
moat
trench.
situation, or
I
a
mean, I
hole
don't need
with
to
like this.
fill it, but,
Are you gonna go
like-
Indiana Jones and have the spikes at the bottom?
I mean, I don't know, cause like I just need no vehicle to be able to get by, cause that definitely changes advantage. Like, I mean, not to say like they can't build a bridge, but like depends on what kind of shit they have, and if they're gonna build a bridge, like,
It'll take time.
I'm already taken out.
You'll
anyway.
see them. Yeah.
Like,
Would you have weapons?
I mean, yeah, I'd like to say I have a cache, just like
Yeah.
a couple few things, because like I'm not the best shot, but I can shoot.
Would you want, or you could have be like a gimmick, like you could have a weird weapon that's like super specific to you, like a football covered in spikes. You know what I mean?
I mean, that'd be like so hard to throw, but yeah.
Yeah, you would have to have some kind of handle, and you throw like an iron kind of just freaking. Yeah, I don't know what mine would be. I've been playing. I play video games, so my head goes to like
spike covered objects.
Somewhat immediately.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. What do you think about our timeline? The one that you're in. Is there?
Our
Do you
current
like
timeline?
and like your personal timeline? Do you like it?
I mean, I personally believe I'm like nearing the end of my montage, so yeah.
Like you're almost at Nirvana.
I mean, yeah. Well, like I'm at the good parts. I'm getting to be like because it's just like, I mean, as you know, there's like 35 things I'm doing at once. And, like,
Always.
Hopefully, 5 of them pay off.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's a numbers game. You got your irons on the fire. I feel like
Yeah.
I mostly like the timeline. It could be worse.
Right? Like it definitely could be worse. And like that's the thing is like I've got a good life. Great partner.
You're gripping
great
it and ripping it
friends.
like nobody's watching.
Yeah, I was able to open my club, and like Kenny gave me the other day. Kenny gave me a great shout out before I got on stage. He was like, he opened the first, like, 'cause I hadn't even thought about it. Like, I mean, I'm not sure if he's exactly right, but he said the first like black owned club like in all of North America, and I was just like,
It's probably Canada.
be true, because I knew it was Canada.
Yeah.
Like Canada, that was easy research.
I mean,
But I'm
it's the
like,
kind of thing with the States where I would be surprised and then not surprised.
right? Well, because it's like it's both. It's like I'd definitely be surprised, but also not surprised, because like it's like with the number of names that have like made it, it's like, all right, so I guess nobody else opened one. They were just because there's a couple guys who have. Sure. Stop.
There's a mental health epidemic. She can't help it. She's just so overwhelmed with the burden of life. She has a hard life. I like my timeline too. I wrote it down a couple other ones though that I would like to check out, other timelines.
Yeah.
So one where dogs domesticated us.
Would
they be nice to us, do you think?
That's a good question.
I think they would be.
I mean,
we should ask her. We need a dog cam.
Right. See what she thinks about the whole thing. Be like, well, I wouldn't let you go to the bathroom when you want.
No. Yeah, I feel like there would be a lot less rules. Okay. A timeline where Degrassi is the same, but they're like the show Degrassi. It's exact same as it is now, except for they're all teen parents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So is this just a reality where you have the show Degrassi? I like the whole idea that like with
just like minor changes.
Yeah, and just the idea that anything you can think of, theoretically anything you can think of, that's what the Everything Everywhere All at Once is.
Yeah.
Like any little thing you can think of, variation, there's a whole timeline dedicated to it. So there's a timeline where theoretically where Degrassi, the show, is exactly as it is now, but they're all teen parents.
All teen parents.
Yeah.
So it's like my...
what you say?
Wheelchair Jimmy was a father.
Everything Everywhere All at Once, the Noodle Arms one, I'd want to...
The Noodle Arm one, yeah.
Did you watch that movie?
I did. It was a good movie. It was a good movie. I'd rewatch it.
It was good.
Yeah.
The other one that I've written down is one where Hillary slept with Monica.
I feel
that
like
exists on porn.
That definitely exists on porn.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like that one's better for her for the world. I feel like that's just like that'd be an interesting take. Just be like, because I mean, like, when did that happen? 90.
It would have been a scandalous. I mean, it was already a scandalous, but if it was also a lesbian affair.
I know, right? Oh God.
Anyway,
It'd be a whole crazy thing.
I just think she fucked the wrong Clinton. Not that I would fuck Hillary. I'm not saying that.
I mean,
but if you had to one of the Clintons, would it be Bill? Would it be Bill?
I mean, no.
No.
I mean, younger Bill. He was smooth, but
Was
like
he?
no.
I don't know. I think that he looks like a long penguin. Like he just something about the way he stands.
I saw a meme the other day of them too.
Oh yeah.
Where it was like they were both dressed like drastically different, and like it was. I love how Bill Clinton is Steven Seagal from the 90s, and Hillary Clinton is Steven Seagal from now.
That's so true. Have you seen the campaign? Well, of course you have, where she's trying to like relate with the kids. She does a lot of those.
Well, yeah, because I mean, the youth vote, it matters. Get those kids out there and voting.
Yeah.
Which,
although they never do.
Well, I mean, they turned out for Obama, and then that was really it.
They're like, we did it, though.
Like we did it twice. All right, is it not done?
No.
Well, I mean, the thing is now it's just being like it's just you have to reach new young people because they don't stay the young people.
No, they forgot to continue to encourage young people.
They're just like, oh no! And
what a bizarre oversight.
I mean, it's crazy because like there are some kids who are getting more involved because they're just like, you know what, gun things need to change.
Well, they're getting murdered.
Yeah,
a lot.
And like if kids were getting murdered at this rate when I was in high school, like I definitely would have taken like some sort of stand. I don't know, because like. Yeah, Columbine happened when I was in school, but then it was a while until it became as regular as it is now.
And like notable. And now, not that they're not notable, but now it's like...
Well, yeah. And like I remember it was a weird thing because we were talking about how like society looks at these things and like kind of accepts them and like will be tongue in cheek with them. Like we were talking about it earlier before the podcast about basically how like sexual harassment and shit and like Hollywood and stuff was like all known about, and like people knew that was just kind of a thing, that like that's how you got to roll sometimes.
Yeah.
Right. But like I remember, Columbine happened, and then there was like another thing, and then fucking the song Pumped Up Kicks comes out.
All the other kids with their pumped up kicks. Yeah, made school shootings alternative and cool.
Right? And I was just like, because I remember hearing the song and being like, oh, this shit is bopping. And
I know. That happened to everyone. Everyone then.
And then you listen to the words and you're just like, oh, wow.
The first time I heard that, I thought it was faster than my bucket. And I was imagining a kid going to school and just whipping buckets
at people.
Which I grew up in rural Ontario. It's not so far-fetched that a kid would just come to school and be whipping buckets because we don't have the guns. So what we got something. It's buckets.
I mean, right?
So
yeah, it's all the buckets.
That isn't interesting. There's, what is also about a school shooting, and I didn't realize until relatively recently, I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I'm gonna shoot the whole day down. And by the Boomtown Rats.
Oh, I do not.
I only know that from Music Bingo.
Oh, okay.
My glamorous life as a full-time entertainer.
I was like, I have no idea who that song at all. No.
Okay.
No.
Well, I guess that'll hit less.
That did not make it into my life at all.
Watching Barbie again. The first time I watched Barbie was pre-Lizzo.
Yeah.
And the second one was post, and it starts off with that song with her, and I was like, oh, this is hitting different.
I have had the question. I'm like, oh, do I need to remove her from my club playlist?
She's all over like the Village playlists. You can't escape her.
Right? That's the thing. It's like she was such a corner.
I feel like it's the same thing with Kanye. Kanye is so ingrained in the zeitgeist, like his music, like Gold Digger and some of these things.
Well, yeah, and like it's just one of those things where it's like, like
bigger, faster, stronger.
Yeah, because like there's a couple Kanye songs on the fucking club playlist too, and I'm just like,
He wrote some good songs.
I know, and it's just like, and like I like the Lupe verse, it's like,
American Boy,
or like it's whatever. It's like it's just like it fits like the horns fit the vibe.
Gold Digger, I almost like more now because it's a little bit misogynistic, that song, but then he was that with Kim.
Yes, she's
a way more money, arguably more power now. Than Kanye. I mean, Kanye in his prime maybe, but.
I mean, well, no, she's got more power.
She's a billionaire.
Now. Yeah.
He's not, especially not now.
Yeah, no. Like I don't know. He fucking
like she needed a prenup. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and like I'm wondering like if he'll even go for palimony. I don't even know.
Who knows?
I mean, he has so much money that it makes no sense
being the lawyer in that divorce.
Oh my god, everybody's salivating at the idea.
Yeah.
Like on either side. Like just the amount of money. Like,
do you think that Gold Digger is Adidas's ringtone for him? Like he calls Adidas and is like, "She take my money when I'm in need." Yeah.
You
think that's Michael J. Fox, isn't it? Who sings that?
No, it's Jamie Foxx.
Oh shit! I'm getting my Foxes mixed. Oh, Michael J. Fox. Wait,
I'm like, that's the white Fox.
That's time travel Fox.
Yeah,
I knew who I had it in my head. The correct Fox. I want that on the record. And the names. I know. Can you imagine though how different that would be? That opening?
My god,
it would set a really different tone.
Well, especially
now.
I was gonna say a bit shakier.
Oh my god, she take my money. Yeah, damn. He's killing it though.
I mean,
Michael, I know the Foxes. I just I want the people of the internet to know I was picturing the right Fox.
You know what would be great though? You know what now that we're talking about the Foxes as a collective, what I would really want is, because isn't there a band called the Fleet Foxes or something?
The
like
Fleetwood
that?
Foxes, or no, that's
Fleetwood
Mac.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I was like, I feel like there is a band called the Fleet Foxes or something like that.
It sounds right, and it's like an indie rock.
Yeah, it's an indie rock band, but I would love for them to do covers.
With the different. Now I can't remember. Now I don't remember which Fox is which. Like now I've said both of their names so many times.
Well, I mean, I feel like they could interchange. Just
like one does one line, and it's like a dramatic montage, like one or like a split screen.
Like they slow everything down.
One is like,
take my money. Like a slow jazz tempo,
Oh my god. I
want to see it.
I'm visualizing it, and it's great.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a trifling. But no, Lizzo's songs.
Because I mean, they're everywhere, and
I know.
And I just, why'd you have to do it?
Because why'd you have to be a predator?
Because the song, she was like, which one is it? Because it was the it's not my. It was like it's not my. Whichever one. She's like, not my fault. I'm out here, I'm out here making news, and I was like,
out here getting loose. Blame it on my juice, huh?
Yeah, and but it's just like it ain't my fault. But one of the lines is, it ain't my fault that I'm out here, that I'm on the news. And it's just like. But
isn't it though?
Though.
Do you think that she's thinking all press is good press? No, because it's too much.
No, this is. I was gonna say this is in direct opposition of her brand, so it's not good press.
And the only reason she blew up more than other people doing very similar music was the brand.
And everybody was like, well, she lives the brand, so then she did.
Except for when she's occasionally sexually harassing employees.
Which I feel like, when she was, because I wonder, and
there are sex workers with stories.
Oh, there are. But I wonder. I do wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Do you?
Was she calling her dancer fat while she was trying to lose weight? Was she just
hungry?
Yeah, I was gonna say, was she just mad because she was hungry? Is that what this was? She just needed a fucking Snickers in that moment.
She was projecting.
Yeah,
Lizzo, you're not yourself when you without a Snickers. That should be their next commercial. She's sexually harassing some boy, and they're like, "You need a Snickers," and then she's nice Lizzo again.
Oh my God, Snickers! That should be a new campaign. Stop sexual harassment with the Snickers.
I'm just throwing out these gold ideas.
Oh my God, because some guy could be like, "Yo," he's just coming up to somebody like, "Yo, you want something long, hard, and veiny?"
Snickers! Although I feel like they're more average and veiny.
I mean, well, no, they have.
I actually don't know.
But no, they have an XL.
They have jumbo?
They have XL ones.
Okay.
So it's just it would be like Snickers XL.
Imagine O. Henry, the brand.
Oh my God. Oh, they could have. They could do, because they've done the studies of penis sizes around the world, right? So they could have a dude from Chad, supposedly the biggest penises in the world, right?
Yeah, I don't know why I felt the need to do this.
But no, it's they're all so it's him standing in front of a table, and then it's just an XL Snickers in front of him, and then it's a white guy from Kentucky, and it's a normal Snickers in front of him, and then I'm sorry, and then there's a dude from Japan, and it's one of the Halloween
snack
minis.
Size. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go. Look at these. I can picture it. I think that would sell
hilarious.
a lot of chocolate.
It would sell so much chocolate.
Can you imagine O. Henry, but if there's instead their slogan wasn't O. Henry, but it was O. Henry. It was a porn O. Henry. O. Henry. Instead of O. Henry. Yeah. These are the important, hard-hitting questions. To be fair, expect on this podcast.
I feel like the O. Henry definitely still hits a certain demographic.
That is someone else. Yeah. That's a bottom.
It's O. Henry.
Oh man, O. Henry now has to be also one of the.
Yeah, I was gonna say O. Henry. You're missing out. You should be selling so hard in June. hard.
Oh, I probably are all over it.
We might be like, like it's just the wrong section, so it's just we miss all the ads. I don't even know.
We need to go into chocolate bar marketing.
I mean, we obviously should.
We have so many great ideas.
The industry needs to listen.
Snickers needs to listen. They haven't had a viral ad since Betty.
Yeah.
Do you remember that with the football? That was a great ad. Where some football guy just had to smash the shit out of an extra that was wearing a Betty wig.
Right.
Yeah. Man.
I was like, what?
She did what I need. Sounded like a donkey singing it. Donkey, get out of my swamp. What do you think about Shrek? Shrek, the first one that's an Academy Award winning.
I loved the
film.
first Shrek.
It's a lot of fun.
The
I liked
first
the
Shrek
second
was
one.
fucking quality, and like I was teens when it came out, and like I fucked with it hard. I don't know.
I was I was right at the demographic. The Shrek marketing was directed to me personally, specifically. Do you remember Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life? Remember that internet thing? Do you not know the Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life thing? No. Was that a thing when I was in high school? Probably that all the.
Okay, yeah. No,
wait, you really? You've never?
What is
this? Internet.
What is this? Shrek is Love, Shrek is Live. What?
Shrek is Life. Shrek is Love. Shrek is Life. It's a just very disturbing series of internet videos that have no purpose, but everyone in high school. Okay, you're not ready. You're not prepared. You don't know. I have
no idea what's about to happen. This makes so little sense.
Okay, I gotta find the original. Shrek is Love. Oh no! I don't want clips from Shrek.
Do you mean Shrek?
Okay. I guess I'll show you the.
Although I guess Shrek is kind of a musical.
So this video came out, and
are there songs in Shrek?
8 years ago. The following is a non-profit fan-based parody. Oh, no. This is the correct one.
I was only 9 years old. I loved Shrek so much. I had all the merchandise and movies. I prayed to Shrek every night before bed. Thanking him for the life I've been given. Shrek is love, I say. Shrek is life. My dad hears me and calls me a faggot. I knew he was just jealous.
I forgot that they said that in this.
Yeah.
I called him a cunt. He slaps me and sends me to go to sleep.
I haven't watched this since I was like 14 years old. I want that on the record.
The things that you forget. Over
I forgot about the hard ot.
I lay in bed and it's really cold. A warmth is moving towards me. I feel something touch me. It's Shrek. I'm so happy.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Whispers in my ear. This is my swamp. He grabs me with his powerful ogre hands and puts me on my hands and knees. I'm ready. I spread my ass cheeks for Shrek. He penetrates my butthole.
So it goes on for like 2 more minutes. But this was that era of the internet where it's like it didn't have to make sense.
Yeah.
It just had to be as weird
Yeah,
and
that
unsettling as possible.
I was gonna say that's like of the time of
Those
like
were-
salad fingers. And
Salad
shit.
fingers and the
Fucking-
Charlie Llama guys.
I remember-
Same weird internet era.
I did love Charlie.
Oh yeah, of course.
Charlie, like that one was. I mean, like,
This
yeah,
was
there was
right
like one
after.
for everyone. Like, yeah.
But everywhere you went, kids were saying, "I spread my ass cheeks for Shrek," and the Shrek is love, Shrek is life. That was a huge meme for me in like grade. Oh, I don't even remember, but like early-ish high school. Yeah.
Shrek is life.
I don't even know how we started. We just started talking about Shrek, and then I
Shrek is
realized you
life.
didn't know Shrek is love, Shrek is life. And he made a bunch of other videos, and then that one goes on for a really long time. And the internet.
The internet is
Also, Happy Tree Friends was.
I mean,
probably
Happy
in
Tree
that
Friends.
area,
Yeah, I do
too.
remember that. Yeah.
Where it was just like, let's be as disturbing and random as possible.
Yeah.
which is it says a lot about I think millennials.
Oh yeah, we loved it. We ate that shit up so hard. But like,
fucked
it was,
up shit.
I mean, it was because it was like,
Very emo.
because the internet was fucking crazy then. I mean, it was like the dawning age of like all the 4chan and all that shit.
Yeah, it was
so
the
just
beginning
like,
of the internet as we know it today.
Yeah, and so it's just like there was so much just like because I mean, yeah, there were like decapitation videos left and right. Like you could just find shit.
Yeah.
Like and like YouTube wasn't as quick
Some
with
of the
taking shit down
sketchiest
as quick as they
messaging
were. Oh my god,
Because no one was paying attention to what YouTube was doing other than the people consuming it. But the wider, early YouTube is something else.
Oh my god, yeah, it was a crazy place. I remember seeing porn on YouTube back.
Oh
in the day.
my god! Now porn is still on YouTube. You just have to know how to find it.
mean,
But that was a
is
really
true.
creepy thing to say.
It's still there. Don't worry about it.
There's weird gay porn on YouTube. A friend told me. And it's like disguised. They try to make it seem like it's not porn, and then it'll show you a trailer, and then it'll have an ad to go to another website.
Okay.
Again, a friend told me. I wouldn't know. I don't.
If you found your way down this really
I've never been the
weird
victim of spam.
YouTube,
I'm not sponsoring any Persian princes. Actually, I'm not.
It's like I mean, yeah, like just click
YouTube
on,
gets weird though.
Like go straight to the gay porn already. If you're like,
I know.
how are you gonna get all the way down that rabbit hole and not? I mean, I guess you you don't.
I wouldn't know.
You just
don't know.
think you're looking for gay porn.
No,
like,
it's looking for you.
Yeah, like, you know what? Like, you know who's that guy that you've always been worried about lurking in the bar, like coming to hit on you? Like,
How do you feel about people
it's not
showing their
that.
kids' faces
It's
on the internet?
Actually, gay porn coming after you on the internet. What?
That's what makes you gay.
Yeah.
The internet.
The gay porn just seeping in through your porn.
It probably doesn't make you less gay.
I mean, I
The
don't know.
internet.
I feel
Sometimes
like
people are like, that turns you gay. And I'm like, no, but it might have enhanced you a little bit. It might
it
have.
definitely didn't stop it.
It didn't make it less.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, this is so controversial potentially. Out
Like,
of
oh,
context.
did the internet make you more gay? I mean, like, you know.
I think that it makes you
Probably.
more whatever you look into
Yeah.
on the internet because it just gives you information.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, or it helps you realize how gay you are. If the gay is in you, and the internet brings it out a little bit. The gay is in us all.
The gay has been in you all
Shrug is
along.
love. Shrug is life. Yeah. What do you think about
my God.
What do you think about people putting pictures of their kids on the internet? I don't think they understand how the internet works, and that child's face is now on a lot of porn sites,
Oh, forever.
and that bothered. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I don't like I get sending a picture to a friend.
Yeah, private.
You know.
Yeah.
But like being like, this is baby person born at this time.
Yeah.
And then like all the photos of them growing up. I'm just like,
I know.
like I wanna think nothing bad happens to these pictures.
But no, they do.
But they definitely do.
immediately and rampantly.
10 more minutes, okay? 10 more minutes. Okay. But yeah, I know, and that's the thing. It's like there are fucking bots just trolling, looking for that shit.
Oh,
And so
absolutely.
it's like,
Yeah.
why? Like you're just giving people fodder.
Content,
And,
I know,
like,
I
it's
know.
Just, it's
And I just too think as well, like, I don't know. There used to be this whole theory about trying to like age restrict on the internet, and obviously you can't really do that, but you can consider like the fact that a child cannot make that choice. Like there's a privacy issue, I think.
Yeah, but then there's like the whole thing of like a kid is basically a pet until
true.
they're like
That's true. That's true. I guess, yeah, I don't know. And like family vloggers they're exploitative for a lot of reasons, but then that's also part of it. It's like, do you know how much of your following is not who you think it is?
Yeah. And it's
Like,
just
this is a dark place to bring it. This is
I mean,
just something
yeah,
that bothers.
we've just gone down a
Shrek
very
is Live, Shrek is Life will bring you to dark places. Okay. Well, we said we were going to solve the world's problems.
I mean, this
so
is what we're
today,
doing.
I guess we're solving
This is basically
on
stop
internet
putting pictures of
exploitation.
your children
Yeah.
online.
Just don't do it.
Like, look, everybody believes your kid's cute.
You know how
We
people
all
would do
believe
the
it.
thing, and they still do it a bit, but it would be like the list of things. My first dog's name was this. Boom. My favorite color is this. Boom, boom,
Oh,
boom.
yeah.
And
It's just
that
like,
is
so password bait?
password
All right.
bait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like fill out this whole thing. I remember getting a bunch of those, and I would just lie because I would just be like, I'm not. Why would I give all of this actual information? Not like I use any of that information in my passwords,
but it's still
like
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Right? Like, if you want to know me, come get a beer with me, and we'll talk about those things.
And then bring your list to me in person,
yeah.
and I will answer
talk
your
about
questions.
it. You can't have a recorder on you.
I know. I used to. You know what I did on our family computer or whatever? Or no, it was I got onto my sister's laptop and I changed her Word so that every time she typed her name into a Word document, it immediately would autocorrect it after you hit spacebar to butt face.
Yeah. And she did not know how to change it.
That was the most like technologically literate thing I think I've ever done. Like I hacked the mainframe.
I mean, that is hacking.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder if you can still do that. I'm sure. Look at you go. Just a dog and a rope. You want to know what another thing I was going to talk about, which I mean, and talking about early YouTube kind of leads into it. What do you think about the fact that Y2K fashion is coming back? We knew it was going to happen.
I mean, yeah, everything is cyclical, but like, cause I literally saw a fucking, like a reel about this earlier. Yeah. Like there was a woman standing in a store. She was like showing all these things and then all the music videos they were in. And I'm just like, oh shit, it's back.
No, it is. God. It's back. You want to know what I saw?
It's fully fucking back. And like, I mean, are spiked tips back?
Probably. I mean, blonde hair came back a couple times. Blonde hair. Yeah, blonde hair.
But
you know what I saw? Like, you go to the, like I was at the subway. People who are like 15 and under, so the trendsetters, they don't know it, but they are. They whatever. Everything is marketed to them. So what they're doing, the medium is the message. But they're wearing. You know what I've seen so much of is girls wearing the like knee length, low rise, baggy jean shorts, like the skater boy era. But then they'll be wearing like a crop.
Oh, the crop top with it.
With it.
Yeah.
So it's like that skater boy, but then also like, I go to Catholic school.
Cute.
Yeah, yeah.
Which it's like, all right, I get it.
And the jeans that they go in and then out. Not bell bottoms, but what are you fucking...
Oh, the boot cut?
Yeah, the boot cut. Boot cut's coming back, baby.
Boot cut's back, yeah.
That's very Y2K.
Yeah, that is very Y2K.
Weird flower patterns.
I mean, I've seen baggy pants.
Baggy pants are back.
Yeah, it's like full on fucking early 2000s hip hop in here. Like I'm ready for the fucking oversized jerseys to be back.
Oh my god!
Those were such a thing, and like I remember. Honestly, I think. I used to have a dope, like from that era, I had like, cause it was like right when like all over print was like a thing.
Okay.
But like I had a really cool hoodie that I gave to my sister. I actually think she still might have it.
Nice. We'll put a picture
but
of
it. Was like, it was a tan hoodie. Oh no, I gave it to my cousin, but it was a tan hoodie, that had all of the patches from the baseball teams on it.
Oh.
And it even had an Expos patch on it.
Oh.
Like, and so it was just like, all over it. It looked dope. It was honestly one of my favorite hoodies, and I rocked it for a while, and like I knew my cousin loved it, so I gave it to him. But like, oh yeah, that was like, that's one thing I was like, if they make that again, I would rebuy that.
The early Y2K, those are my most formative years.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, yeah, because those were my high school years.
Those were your high school years. Those were my like elementary school years,
middle school, high school years. Like like
I was a child,
but
then I have a sister who's like a solid millennial. We've talked about this. It's hard. I don't know. The late 90s, it gets fudged. Like I'm 97, and some people will say millennials end at 96, and some say they end at 97. And I'm like, what do I want? Then you must make a choice, and it's like, do I want to be the youngest, a fetus millennial? With my like a record player, but it's tiny.
My record player, but I expected it.
My fine leather goods, but they're like every time. Or do I want to be an elder Gen Z? But I don't know. I feel like I'm not in touch with them as much. Just because of like I don't know where I grew up and.
Yeah, and like I'm pretty firmly in the middle.
Yeah, you're a millennial.
Of millennial.
You're right up in there.
Actually, well, no, like no.
I think like older millennials are in their mid 40s. Like the
older millennials. Yeah, the oldest millennials are in their 40s.
The younger ones are in their late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, and like because like 89. Because like I remember like Eliza Schlesinger did Elder Millennial. And she
did. Yeah. Wasn't that on the special where she was on a cruise?
No.
No, that was a different one.
Actually, it might have been. I don't know.
She was on a boat, or at least a boat-themed venue. But I'm pretty sure it was a boat.
I don't know where she shot that one, but like I do remember. Cause I was like, she's not that much older than me. Like I feel like she was born in like 86.
Yeah.
Like 80, maybe 83.
My sister's 92.
Yeah.
92.
So yeah. I mean, like she's on the tail end, and like my sister's 98.
98.
And so like she's Gen Z, but like elder Gen Z.
Yeah, she's an old Gen Z.
And like, cause it's like, and it's crazy because like I'm like, yeah, there is definitely a full generational rift in that 9 years because like just the way like. Because where she started, like versus where I did,
like, very different.
Like, I mean, like the timeline for getting a cell phone, like the time, like everything.
I remember, like cell
phones,
like,
where technology just was. Because like that night, like the gap from like 90, to 98.
Different, very different.
Like the amount of technology,
so much
in that
it was.
time.
Well, it was an explosion.
Oh my god! And like, because the 90s were all like. It felt like, looking back on it, it felt like a lawless land. And I mean, obviously, I was a child. So
like you're all tech cowboys.
Yeah, it was like looking at what was like out there. Like it's just
zero
like there
regulation.
was just all sorts of new shit, and like everybody's just throwing shit at the wall, just being like, "Is this gonna take off? Is this gonna take off? I don't fucking know."
When I was in high school, people were just switching to smartphones. Like teenagers had smartphones instead of. But when I was in like junior high and before that, it was still flip phones.
Yeah, see, like when I was in high school,
it was flip.
Having a razor was the shit.
Was the shit, yeah.
Like, and my dad got one.
When I was in high school, if you had a razor, your parents were annoying.
Right?
Yeah. My parents, I didn't have a phone until I was in grade 9.
Oh god! I mean, yeah, like I didn't get one until like I was going.
And now babies come with them.
High school, I think so. Yeah,
babies are. You give birth to the
Bluetooth.
placenta, and then you give birth to their first smartphone. That's horrifying. I'm sorry, internet. I'm sorry.
It's out there, baby smartphone.
That's there.
But like looking at the amount of, because like I was hanging out with like some, like I've been hanging out with like younger cousins and shit. Like, when I go visit family, I'm just like, like I know I'm on my device, but somehow looking at you do it, I'm just like,
they do it different.
Yeah, I'm just like,
there's like a psychological connection with the device.
Yeah, because I'm like, I remember, like at your age, I was outside.
Yeah,
like I like
all day.
And like, we are of the
uphill,
last portions of society that was generally the truth. But like, I was not
before we made the inside perfect. I guess.
Like, cause the inside was very boring when I was younger. I mean, it had TV, which don't get me wrong, I loved TV.
Yeah, but the TV had certain limitations.
It did. It wasn't 1,000 channels. Like
no, and it wasn't the internet.
Yeah, it wasn't. I was gonna say it wasn't on demand everything.
Yeah.
Like this is like, oh, what do you want to watch? You can watch it. It was just whatever was on.
Almost
was
better
on.
That way. Like I don't know. There's too much option.
I mean, yeah.
Is that just my ADHD being overstimulated?
Well, that's the thing. It's like I love now because like the way we're at, like we don't have cable.
No.
We pay for one streaming service.
Yeah. Which one you go with?
I'm not gonna say because I don't want it to get fucked up.
It's
smart. It's not North American, and I'm not letting it get ruined.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Like I'll tell you after.
Okay.
But like, because like I use this one because it has everything.
Everything.
Like it's got all of Netflix. It's got Hulu, Amazon. It's got HBO.
Do you have
it's got
ExpressVPN?
Showtime. You don't even need
one. Okay, then we do have
I'll
to
put
talk.
you on.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. Shit, I forget what the point was before I got on
technology. We walked to school up.
Yeah, so like
ways.
we don't. Yeah. Like we don't see commercials for shit really.
Not in the same way.
Like not for but not for really anything.
No.
Like because everything because we pay for the service, so there's no commercials on the service.
On the streaming services,
right?
yeah. The only place is
and like I'll see I was gonna say, I'll see a
interfaces.
commercial on YouTube maybe. I'll see something, but like they're not even advertising shows to me. Like I hear about shows because other people are talking about them.
Buzz.
Right? Like that's it. Or like I saw something from like an actor or a producer that I follow that's in it. Like that's it.
It's word of mouth.
I don't
Which is interesting because that's, you think about it. I mean, that's like
especially
a much
considering the
older
industry I'm
form.
trying to get in. Like,
yeah.
But it's just because there's so much. Like, I don't want to be that inundated with feeling like I need to watch things that I definitely don't really need to watch.
I went through that being a film student, where you have this like anxiety where you feel like you have to watch everything, every movie, every show, and not just current, but like old, and you have to know what's coming on the pipe. Like, and then I stopped. I didn't like movies anymore.
Yeah,
like I got to a point where I was like, this is just a chore. So now I just watch what I feel like watching.
Yeah. And it's like, there are some things where it's like, I'll watch it because like, it's supposed to be really well made. Like, it's supposed to be really well shot. Cool. I'll watch.
We gotta watch Cocaine Bear still.
We do still gotta watch.
That would be fun to watch together. That would be a fun movie night with
Yeah, that would be good.
You bite me? Give me a little chomp. I'll bite you back.
Was I being honest? All right, we can.
All right. Well, this has been the Father-Son Podcast. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button like your cousin at the family reunion.
That's the rural.
Rip it and rip it like nobody's watching. I have never slept with a cousin. Okay. Have a great night.